Hey, what's up everybody? It's the Crypto Ginger here. So I was researching some cryptocurrency news and I happened to stumble across this article and it really stuck out to me. So I figured I would bring it to your guys' attention and see what you thought about this here. And it's talking about Ripple in the talks with Trump's administration team and also how XRP is not equal to Ripple. This is all coming from Corey Johnson, who is a new chief market strategist at Ripple, and he's been there for 8 months now. And of course, he actually did a recent interview with Breaker Mag to talk more in depthly about this connection between Ripple and Trump's administration team, where he states there's clearly a lot of homework going on. The White House in particular seems to be thinking about what it means to have 80% of Bitcoin mining taking place in China and a majority of Ether mining taking place in China. When you look at XRP, there is no mining. So from a foreign control aspect or from an environmental aspect, XRP is a very different beast. And in conversations we've had with the administration, they seem to get that and think that that might matter. My guess is it would matter, especially for those two particular key points, the foreign control aspect and the environmental aspect, especially there. So he goes on to state here that we're in regular talks throughout Washington, and we meet with regulators as well as politicians. We've got a whole team that's devoted to doing that, not just in the U.S., but worldwide. Interesting enough, I wonder if that has anything to do with this particular article here, which is something that's been floating around. I've talked about it in previous videos where Ripple has a Ripple-led advocacy group to pay DC lobbyists in XRP and also fiat as well. So I wonder if that particular advocacy group, lobbying for Washington D.C. I wonder if this is part of why they're actually getting that much closer to, again, the administration team of Trump. Very well could be a link, but not necessarily sure. However, more in depthly to this conversation here in this interview, Mr. Johnson states here a little bit about the SEC and their decision for XRP being whether or not it's a security. He states that he thinks it's possible the answer is never. I don't know that the SEC wants to be in a position to have to comment on every single cryptocurrency or digital asset created and issue a ruling about it. I don't know if they like what they did with Bitcoin and Ether. So who knows what they're going to do? We still have that as something up in the air, but he did emphasize here a little bit more in regards to the separation between Ripple and XRP by stating that you can buy all the XRP in the world, but that doesn't give you the right to a dime of Ripple's profits. Ripple doesn't control XRP. XRP is decentralized in a way that Ripple can't control it, even if we wanted to. So, not the most in-depth answer there, but I hope that clarifies a little bit for those who still believe that XRP is not decentralized. We've mentioned this in previous past. You can go up and into ripple.com and look as to why it is not a decentralized coin, but there's still going to be those who argue against that. Nonetheless, I wanted to kind of move on to a couple other articles I found very interesting here. One, November happens to be, I would imagine, one of the more important months for this year, guys. I've mentioned it in the past. I have that as something as far as like the number one thing in my description there, kind of remembering the month of November, because not only do we have, again, BACT coming out in November, we have European Union's version of BACT coming out in November. A lot of things are happening in November. PayCent app is actually going to be allowing XRP to be on their platform, and that happens to be the first week of November. So if you're someone who is using the PayCent app, you will then have access to getting into XRP just as well. Again, first week of November and going on forward from there. Something else here, we have the midterm elections in the United States taking place on November 6th. So some major things happening, not just in cryptocurrency, but obviously politics. And then, of course, we have things like this right here. Now, this is not in the United States, obviously. This is in London, but we have the FinTech World Forum event that's going to be taking place. And this is, emphasizing more on the blockchain side of things. But we also have this blockchain particular expo that's happening in the United States in November 28th and 29th. And I'm bringing up this one in particular because if you are someone in the United States who has access to getting to this particular blockchain expo, let me just go down here really quickly and point out something. 2018 speakers include quite a bit of top name companies. You have GE, Toyota, FedEx. And then if we scroll down here a little bit more, you got GM, Estee Lauder, and look at that, you got Ripple, Hyperledger. Wow. So you have some people that are connected with some of these very familiar names we talk about on a regular basis here. So I would imagine that, again, if there was any scare or concern about XRP and possibly being a security, why would they then go past, to the end of November to continuously promote what they're doing as far as Ripple company? And my guess is also to promote the XRP coin as well. But nonetheless, I'll leave that up to you guys to decide whether or not you feel the same way as myself here. Another thing we can expect to see very, very shortly here is that Robinhood Exchange is going to be listing Ripple on October 19th. So very, very soon, if you're someone who's in Robinhood, be expecting to see the availability to get into XRP there. And something I like to end my videos on here is talking about how you can get into XRP from USD or really any type of fiat currency, and that's using the Uphold Wallet. It is free, and again, it allows you to go from fiat to Bitcoin or Litecoin or Ethereum, but more importantly, XRP. Now, another one of the key perks here that I enjoy talking about is that you can do free member-to-member transfers and payments. No limits on the size, amount, or even the currency of frequency. So again, tell your friends, your family members, your colleagues to download this wallet. And if you guys ever want to transfer back and forth, it is absolutely free. Something they're going to be offering after the 31st of October is the ability to earn interest up to 5% on Bitcoin and Ethereum immediately. And you can actually borrow as low as 9% in the world's first crypto line of credit there with, again, using the Uphold Wallet. Again, if you sign up now before the October 31st, you'll be granted a couple additional perks, and that is 1% off interest rate loans and, of course, 1% higher yield on your digital deposits. Now, it has mentioned in here that again, it's only for Bitcoin and Ethereum, but XRP should be a particular coin that will be affected by this. And once that goes into effect and you have your XRP in this wallet, you'll start being able to earn interest off of that as well. My guess is that if you do this the right way and you have a good stash of XRP and you're earning up to 5% interest on there, you could take that 5% interest out, use it to sell off if you want to, and just keep your regular stash of XRP in the wallet, always collecting interest. That's what I'm going to do as far as, how I'm going to hold my XRP. And of course, hopefully I'll gain enough interest in there I can make a little bit additional money. But again, just sign up the link there and get yourself set up before October 31st. Hope you enjoyed and have a good day. And hey, if you enjoyed what you saw, please hit that like button. It definitely helps get this information out there to as many people as we possibly can. And also share this content out with everybody. And if you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. This channel has been growing by leaps and bounds, and I could not have done it without you guys. If you really want to help this channel grow, please donate to my Patreon page. Even $1 a month would be amazing and would absolutely go right into my channel to make it more professional for you guys and allow me to create even more content. Thanks again for watching, guys, and have a wonderful day.